Introduction. This is the story of the man who became world champion after his death. Jochen Rindt was an Austrian F1 driver who drove for teams like Cooper, Brabham, and the legendary Lotus team. He was born in Mainz, Germany on April 18, 1942. But what happened 28 years later could not have been predicted by anybody. Other things before and during F1. Rindt started his career in touring cars where he was really fast. Out of his 17 races, he won 6 of them, and he even won the 24 Hours of Le Mans in 1965. He had already started driving F2 cars in 1962. In 1964, the same year he debuted in F1, he won the race at Crystal Palace, defeating experienced world champion Graham Hill. You may think, how was Graham Hill in F2? Because at that period of time, it was completely normal to drive in other series during the F1 season. Championships like the Tasman Series, F2, and saloon car driving were really popular. Back to Jochen, in 1967, Rindt had his best F2 season ever, getting a mind-blowing total of 9 victories. In that same year, he also drove in the Indy 500, finishing 24th F1 career. In 1964, Jochen Rindt started his F1 career at the Rob Walker Racing Team. Driving a Brabham BT11 at Zeltweg in Austria, he finished 13th. In 1965, he signed for Cooper. He drove 10 races that season, gaining a solid 4 points and finishing 13th in the standings. In 1966, he had his best season yet, scoring 24 points and securing 3rd place in the standings. He drove another season for Cooper, finishing 13th, before signing for Brabham in 1968, where he finished 12th with 8 points. When Jochen Rindt won his first race at Watkins Glen, it was immediate domination. He led 100 out of 108 laps, winning the race with a massive gap of 47 seconds to Jackie Stewart. In that season, he got on the podium 2 times. During the first race of 1970 in Kyalami, he qualified 4th, but had engine issues during the race and finished 13th. He also retired in Spain after suffering ignition problems. However, the Monaco Grand Prix would become a massive win after a sensational last-lap overtake on Jack Brabham. In Belgium, he had an amazing qualifying session, securing 2nd place, but was forced to retire again because of an engine failure. The Dutch Grand Prix was pure domination. Rindt qualified first and won the race, securing 2nd place in the championship, just 1 point behind leader Jackie Ickx. During the 6th round in France, Jochen qualified 6th and won the race because his rival Ickx suffered car issues. In Britain, he took pole and won the race. In Germany, Rindt qualified 2nd and engaged in an iconic slipstream battle with Ickx, eventually winning the race. At his home race in Austria, he got pole position but retired in what he did not know at the time would be his last F1 race before the tragedy. In June at Zandvoort, his close friend Piers Courage was killed in a terrible crash. Combined with the tragic death of Bruce McLaren, Rindt promised his wife Nina that he would retire the day he mathematically secured the 1970 championship. Going into Monza, he held a massive 20-point lead. A strong finish in Italy could secure him the world title. Monza. On Thursday, September 3rd, Jochen and his wife Nina arrived at the paddock. Ferrari was showing immense straight-line speed with their new flat 12 engine. To counter them, Lotus team boss Colin Chapman decided that Jochen's Lotus 72 must be driven completely wingless to boost its top speed. Rindt tested the wingless Lotus 72 during Friday practice. His teammate John Miles also tested the configuration and told Chapman the car felt highly unstable. Rindt agreed, but noted that the car was 5 miles per hour faster on the straights. He decided to proceed anyway to keep up with the Ferraris. That Friday night, Rindt said to his close friend and journalist Heinz Priller, "If the car doesn't break, I will win easily. But the trouble with Colin is that his cars are built to be so light, you never know when something will snap." On Saturday, during his 5th lap of the final qualifying session, Rindt went out for a flying lap. As he reached the Parabolica at reported speeds of 155 miles per hour, he slammed on the brakes. Tragically, his front right brake shaft snapped. The car pitched left, crashing violently into the barriers. A few hours later, the devastating news had spread. Jochen Rindt had passed away. He was first in the championship, and it remained that way because Emerson Fittipaldi won at Watkins Glen later that year, denying Jackie Ickx the points he needed to overtake him. And so Jochen Rindt became the first, and hopefully the last, world champion after his death. Thank you for watching.